Good morning to the 7 a.m. review. This is Frank from yourtradingplan.com, and we are looking into the trading journal, what we have for plans, what happened since yesterday, and identifying if any of our ideas from yesterday was executed. Okay, so let's go to the trading journal and check it out. So I would say we start first of all with our trades from yesterday. So yesterday evening still I found an interesting setup for the USD CHF long. You remember in the morning we had a short setup, but the short setup was cleared, and during the day then came up that there might be a possible long setup coming, and what you can see now is that exactly this long setup comes through. So we see here what happened is that the market went up to the trend line, tested it, went back to our range, and then broke it out. So at this moment what we are doing is we are putting what I'm doing is I put a buy stop order over the high of the breakage candle. I put a stop loss under the low of the breakage candle and go around 3 to 1 CRV to make my take profit, right? So this is one setup that meanwhile also got executed. So we are in this trade, so see what happens. My bag, it falls back, then I get stopped out. Not so much, not a problem. Then I lose some pips, but it's not really the topic here. We had a plan, we had an idea, we executed it, and we see what will happen. We anyway cannot influence it, so let's see what comes. So let's get back to our other trades from yesterday. So we had the Euro Aussie dollar, which was trading here in the range, and we wanted to see a breakout of the range to the long side with the first stop at around 158 and going 150.08 I think it was, and the second one at around where the green line is. I cannot recognize it right now from the picture here. Yeah, it's 152 around, and but what happens is that this market yesterday evening was still in the range, did a short spike, but didn't release the setup because we didn't have a close out of the range. And what happens now during the night is that it went out of the range to the short side, still in a bullish trend, still the setup is valid as the range is not yet cleared, but we have to see what comes here, right? So we need to wait what happens in this market right now. If it clears the range, the idea is skipped, and we look to a new idea forms, or if the setup with the trend line comes, or if the trend line breaks, we can as well see here a short version of it, but we will see what happens here. So the next trade we had was the Euro USD long. So what was our idea here is as well that the market goes out of the range and goes into the long side, in the long direction. Yesterday evening we saw that we had also here a short spike out of the range, but nothing happened that we would say we entered the market. And for the Euro USD in the morning, it is still the same. It is still the same scenario, that we are still in the range and waiting what will happen. So last but not least, we had still the Euro NZD, New Zealand dollar, or euro against the New Zealand dollar. Our idea also here was, as with the other trades, we want to see that the market goes out of the range, makes a close outside, and then trade long. And yesterday evening, same picture as on the others. Market still circled around in the range, no big movements, but then in the night it came out of the range with a close, with a bullish candle, came out of the range, and here was the entry possibility. So the ones who were awake and did that trade, great. So then you are now around 50 pips in plus. Me personally, I didn't do it. I slept in the night, so I missed that entry, and we will see what happens right now. If it comes back to the range, we can try here a retest. Otherwise, yeah, this trade is gone and we wait for the next one. Good. Okay, so then we had our short signal here on the USD CHF. This meanwhile is skipped, and because the market here clearly went out of the range, cleared the range, and this is now a clear sign that this idea needs to be skipped, and we will wait. We have here now, as I said, we have here the long setup now appearing, so we'll see what happens with the long setup. Otherwise we will need to wait for the next idea on the US dollar CHF. Okay, so let me shortly wrap up what we are having. We have two executed signals. This was one time on the US dollar Swiss franc and on the Euro New Zealand dollar. We have one signal on the USD CHF, the short signal, which was skipped because of the market went into the other direction. Nothing happened here, we didn't enter anything, so that's fine. Thirdly, we have a new setup forming on the Australian dollar Canadian dollar, which I introduced to you now. This is actually, here we see the market goes into a short formation. It makes here a nice clean correction, so that we can here now already see a counter trend line forming. And if this counter trend line breaks, we want to go short here with a TP of 3 to 1, and the stop above the high of the correction. It depends if the correction is ended or not. We will see. And when profit of one risk is achieved, so we go break even and let the trade just run. So then we are having a risk-free trade, and we hope that we make our 3 to 1. Else we don't win, we don't lose, nothing happens. Okay, so this is a new signal for today, or a new idea. We'll see what happens with this idea. So then speak to you in the evening around 7 p.m. Wish you a good day, happy trades, and don't forget to document your trades, document your ideas, follow your ideas. This is the first way to start to be professional. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.